Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. This is a channel where I primarily talk about Pokemon cards, and I'm doing a very strange hybrid video that will appeal to probably nobody today, but that doesn't matter. I've just come back from seeing the Fantastic Four at the cinema, so I just wanted to put my thoughts together on that one, if anybody cares about hearing my opinion of Fantastic Four versus Galactus. I really hated all the previous Fantastic Four movies, so they were all, especially the last one, which was actually appallingly bad. But none of them have been good. This one, about 5 years ago, I posted on Twitter a little thing about Fantastic Four. And I said, if they're ever going to do a Fantastic Four movie again, the only way for it to succeed is to set it in a retro, early 60s, with the aesthetic of the Mad Men, which was a show on television at the time. And to work on that sort of 60s aesthetic vibe, pop art culture. And surprisingly, fate had it that they did do that. They weren't as in my tweet, but their minds are obviously thinking the same as me. So it's set in a sort of 60s, but it's not really. And I think they did go a little way towards creating that feel, but I think it could have been so much better. The behavior I felt didn't really feel like it was in that early 60s. And also the amount of technology that they poured into the film really made it more futuristic than 60s. So in some respects, it didn't really work for me in that regard. Galactus was amazing. Galactus, top marks. They nailed Galactus. Silver Surfer, still not totally convinced by the argument as to why they had to use a Shalabal version of Silver Surfer rather than Norin Rad. Personally, I think it would have worked better with Norin Rad. I just don't know what the benefit of putting the female Silver Surfer in. They could have had Terrax, actually. That would have been nice. Anyway, Silver Surfer would have been the regular Silver Surfer, Norin Rad, the original, would have been more true to the comic, I guess. I didn't actually enjoy having Herbie in there at all. I didn't think it worked or was necessary. It wasn't offensive. It just, because it harkens back to a sort of 70s era of Fantastic Four, of the cartoon show. I was never a fan of Herbie, and the squink squonk of the R2-D2 sort of vocabulary didn't work for me. But if it works for other people, that's fine. It wasn't offensive. It's fine. There were some very silly plot holes. Johnny Storm being able to construct a whole language on the basis of one phrase from someone from another planet made no sense. And glaring plot holes like that just irk me. They really take you out of the fantasy. The plot line felt rushed, felt edited, felt like they were trying to put a very long, complex plot into 1 hour and 50 minutes. And they had pared it right back to the bone, and just little inferences of dialogue here and there to try and cover the ground of what the plot was trying to cover. The Mole Man wasn't well done. Didn't like what they did with the Mole Man at all. So there you go. That is my quick review. I'm giving it 6.5 out of 10, which I'm a pretty harsh critic. It wasn't nearly as good as the Thunderbolts, which I really enjoyed, but that's mainly because David Harbour is so sexy. But it was a worthy effort, and it was by far the best Fantastic Four film there's been. I thought the standout performances were actually Joseph Quinn as Human Torch. I had very low expectations of him, actually, and I thought he nailed it. And they're all very good. Pedro Pascal's lovely. Don't feel he really didn't feel like Reed to me. I mean, I've known Reed Richards. I 1970, when I was 4 years old, I learned to read on Fantastic Four comics from the 60s. So it's very dear to my heart, this whole thing. Reed Richards has been in my life since I've ever known. And is someone I admire greatly, even though he's a fictional character. Pedro Pascal was very good, I don't think they quite got across the cerebral nature of Reed. And he doesn't quite look like Reed to me, but that doesn't matter, you know. None of them do. And the thing was actually really well done, really well done. I thought it was going to look a little bit clunky and CGI, but actually, no, they got the thing right. So that's all positives. Okay, on to the other half of the video. I've got a little bit of mail opening. I have a feeling that these are all. I don't think these are my cards, I suspect. I think they're the ones that I've bought for a friend, this guy at my club who is suddenly into Pokémon at the age of, in his late 70s, and is collecting them so that I think he can enjoy them with his grandkids. But I'm helping him complete. Yes, yeah, these are for him. So I'm not going to open them. These are. What is this set? Bear with me. I'm just going to look. It's. Lost Origin. I've helped him complete a couple of other sets. Why have I got two of? Why are there two of that? I wouldn't have ordered two of that. Maybe that's just the kind salad. Anyway, whatever. Those are not interesting because those are just Lost Origin cards. This being my favourite card from the recent two sets, I had to obviously get in English as well. I've got several Japanese copies. This is Natsumi Miyanose doing Blitzel. This person sent it without any protection, just in an envelope with a soft sleeve, not a semi-rigid or a top loader. I don't think that's good enough. If you're an eBay seller or a card market seller or whatever, don't do stupid things like that. Because if the card gets bent, you've destroyed the card and you've destroyed your reputation. So really, I mean, at the very least, a semi-rigid will give some structure to it. But that has survived, but, you know, it might not have. Let's have a look at this. This is a Master Ball of Kishin's Mienfu. This did come with a bit of cardboard protection, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know whether that's the hollow. I'm just looking at the edge down here. Not sure if... No, it's fine. It's fine. Nice card. My favourite art of the regular box art cards in the set. I mean, I collect Keishin and I collect Mienfu, so I'm probably going to have to get another copy of that for the other, because I've got a file with Mienfus and a color. Yeah, whatever. This is Japanese. This has come in a top loader, so that's protected. Can I get it out of there, though? Oh, dear. Let's try and get it out of there. There we go. Right, I caved and bought this Meloetta from Black Bolt, Japanese Black Bolt. It's got a print line, I see. It's not a print line, it's a foil join where the sheet of foils chain, you know. It's a very distinct line running through it, but it's not an error as such. Does it detract from the card? Not particularly. I think it's a nice card, nice artwork, Linny. Yeah, it'll just go in with, you know. I'm occasionally buying extra cards that I didn't think I was going to get for Black Bolt White Flare, Japanese. And this card, you know, impressed me enough that I thought, yeah, what the hell, it's cheap. It's cheap, I will add it to the collection. I say cheap, I have absolutely no idea what I paid for it at all. So, but it will have been cheap, because if it was expensive, I wouldn't have bought it. So what do we got here? A lot of tape. A lot of tape. Goodness me, I hate sellotape. I wish people just use sort of, you know, paper masking tape, stuff like that. This is pretty grim. Cheapers. I don't know if the sound's picking up, but that is acting as ASMR or whatever. You see, this is what the problem. You get this tape and it gets everywhere. It's just fucking nightmare. Go away. Get my knife out. We'll cut through this, or will we? No, I don't. I mean, I don't want to put stress on the cards. Ay, ay, ay. Do not use sellotape, please, people. Especially on an edge where there might be a card touch. I mean, they've put crazy. It's mummified in sellotape. This stuff, because this has got more. Heck. Right. Let us keep digging. Keep digging. How do we get into this? Like a puzzle. They've put sellotape all the way around everything. There are better ways of posting cards. I wouldn't. I mean, I don't sell. I don't send cards around the world, but I would never choose to put sellotape, especially if it does something like that. It doesn't want to even come off. How am I even going to get into this? Let's see. There we go. Okay, so we'll just rip them off. And it ruins the top loaders. The top loaders will now have a sticky residue all over them, and I can't reuse them. I just have to throw them away. So that offends me from a recycling point of view. How have they done this? They've put a bit of... I mean, if this is just simple masking tape, it's paper, and they've taped it down with sellotape. The best stuff to use is masking tape, is brown papery masking tape that has very low stickiness and just comes straight off again, but it does the job of holding things firm. Invest in some of that. So that's going to be a thrown, recycle, plastic. That's not good. I would rather have a top loader I can reuse that's, in a clean condition, but I'm not keeping top loaders covered in gooey, sticky stuff that might get onto other cards or... Right, that's going over there. Look at this. Oh, there's an art right there. Yeah. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. More tape. You can fast forward if you're watching this, I'm sure. Nobody wants to sit and watch me fight my way into some top loaders. Yeah, get them out. I think get these sticky top loaders away from the cards as soon as possible. Put them over there. These are free. This one. And I just cut this one, actually, rather than try and take the tape off, because I'm getting rid of it anyway. So, take that out. And lastly, for now, maybe there's more tape on some of these other bundles of cards, but I don't know. Goodness me, this is about the worst video I've ever made. Wins some sort of Golden Raspberry Award for the worst pokey opening. Look at this. The person that even has taped a penny sleeve. It's crazy. And they've done that for all of them. Fucking hell. Let's just get some cards out and throw some of this shit away, because it's all... Well, that looks okay. Anything that's got stickiness, I do not want anywhere near my cards. So this lot, for example, get rid of those. Get the cards out. We'll put them into new sleeves. And this one, put these into new sleeves. And this lot, put these into new sleeves. I seem to have bought quite a lot of cards I didn't think I had. We will find out shortly what I have got. So, as I said on previous videos, when it comes to the English release, I am very limited in what I'm prepared to buy. It's just things that I really need for artist collections, species collections. So Mienfu is a species I collect. That's just a regular one. Scraggy is a species I collect. That's the hollow foil and a couple of regular ones. Lillipup is a species I collect. It's the regular one. Garbodor is not either a species I collect, and I don't collect Okubo in English. I only collect in Japanese, so I don't know why I've got that. Stoutland, again, I only collect Stoutland in Japanese, so I don't need that. But anyway, whatever. I collect Blitzels, so there's a couple of regulars and a reverse. Chinchino, I've got the regular, 2 regulars and a reverse. Pidav for my Tomo Miyazaki, regular reverse. Verizian for my Felicia Chen collection is one of the few artists I collect in English as well as Japanese. So that was another Pidav reverse. Minchino, species I collect, those are just regulars. Blitzel, again, that's another reverse. It just doubled up on a lot of these. Mienfu, a couple of reverses, and a couple of more regulars. Why? This does seem a bit weird. Unless the sellers sent me too many cards. I don't know. Atsuya Uki, I collect Mien Shao, and I collect Atsuya Uki only in Japanese. So I don't need to get another copy of this for the Uki collection. I think I'm lying. I think I might collect Uki in English as well. I can't remember. I may have to get another copy of that. Unless there's one in here. This is for my Keishin collection, Cottony. Don't particularly like it, but I collect Keishin in English. Satama I collect in both languages. I haven't tracked down the master balls of this line yet. We've got the Blitzel Pokeball there, that goes over there. We've got a couple of Scraggy Pokeballs. Oh, we've got 3 Scraggy Pokeballs. Why have I ordered 3 Scraggy Pokeballs? Am I insane? I don't know. I cannot answer that. That's a mystery to me. Chandelure regular reverse, Heatmore regular, and some Yen Shaos. So nothing particularly exciting. This is the biggest mystery. Why would I have ordered 3 Scraggy Pokeballs? I don't know. So I'm starting to put together the cards that I need for this in black and white English, and I will probably... some of them are going to take me a little while because I'm not particularly motivated to do it. So there you go. That is a very weird video with a chunk in the middle of it. Oh, it's a review of Fantastic Four, a chunk of me fighting with sellotape, and then some rather boring cards. So I think this one's going to win the award for the least watched video or least impressive video I have ever done. But I'm still going to post it. So there you go.